Also in the last year, the APC was born, I think. We did have this supposedly mega opposition party that is now supposed to seriously challenge the PDP. And things got very interesting. Then they got sad, and we're not sure what's happening anymore. You know, governors keep moving all over the place. I think everyone lost count of what numbers are in which camp now. I know the last one was the governor from those states who moved from the Labour Party to the PDP. I mean, he went without saying that he was going to do it anyways.
Exactly.
So with politics, for example, now, it's been a very exciting year, I must say.
Yeah. Well, about at the end of 2013, beginning of 2014, the PDP did seem like a party in meltdown.
Yes.
Under Bamanga Tukur, I looked at the PDP around December or so, and I thought, at this rate, they don't have 6 months. They don't have 6 months. But the master stroke, the key political decision of the last 1 year, has been replacing Bamanga Tukur with Adamu Umazu.
Which has become Mr. President for, because
more or less, because that was an amazing decision. Because first of all, he stopped the tide of decampments. Then he's now been showing up the party in all kinds of areas. I hear the man doesn't sleep. He's always on the phone. He's always mending fences.
And the image of the party suddenly looks
bringing
different.
People together. Suddenly, from a party that didn't look like in fact, I thought, at this rate, who else would be in PDP by July, August? But now they look stronger. They look like they're ready to go. And the APC have it all to do, frankly. Even in states where they are supposedly strong, they have a lot of work to do to retain what they already have, not to mention even moving forward. So making Adamu Muazu the PDP chairman was an amazing decision, and it has paid off for the PDP.
Yeah, very true, because what you mentioned there with APCB having to be very careful. Yeah. I mean, the Southwest is supposed to be their stronghold. There are two PDP states now already. In the Northeast, is looking at PDP might take back Adamawa. We don't know yet, but they have a very strong hold on what might be happening this month in the election. So it's looking like APC have very short time to catch up.
Yeah, APC have a very short time, and unfortunately, with the way the political calendar is, it's skewed against them, because according to the INEC, there's no politicking, no campaigning till a certain time in the calendar, and it leaves the APC barely enough time to orientate everybody about what the party is about. Yeah, and aside from that, the states that they already control, because like you rightly pointed out, they actually lost a state they held in Ekiti, not just the Ondo state, which was Labour's all along. They lost the state they held. So in the states that are theirs, most especially, they should continue to reinforce the belief of the people in them, and then the states that they would like to reach out to. Because see, the people need to be shown a better life. If you show people in those other states that in the APC states, they got this, they got that, they've got so many things going for them, you could persuade them to take a second look at the picture. Even though it's a very short period of time, they've still got enough resources, I believe, to be able to get that.
But I hear you there, and I wonder, so are you saying, is that what the PDP is showing? I mean, you're saying the APC needs to show good governance, needs to be nicer to the people, whatever it is. Is that what the PDP is doing that's making people excited about PDP? Why not? Why not is my question. Why not?
Because, for instance, the size of the PDP made the PDP the incumbent party on the national level. But that's not based on any antecedents or precedents. It's like we said, it's the size. Our democracy is evolving. We can actually say over the last 16 years, we've done great. We've not done excellent, but we've done very well from the first election in 1999 to these ones we're looking forward to. And the issues, because Nigeria's politics, our issues are different from America, where it's unemployment, etc., etc. England, exactly. England, it's about, but here the issues are evolving as well. Exactly. So the elections are becoming more and more about that than previously. So the PDP got in, and to dislodge them, last election it was very possible. The idea back then was just vote out the PDP. But now the people need more than that. You can't just say, just vote them out. No, what's going forward? What is the APC offering going forward? That's why the APC has to show that. They don't have, the PDP are in place, APC needs to dislodge them and show the people
Budget
why.
of proof, sort of.
Makes a lot of sense. They have a very hard work to do. I must tell you.
Well,
I mean,
in fairness,
thinking about how much
fairness.
money is going to be involved in all of these elections.
Absolutely.
PDP does have it in abundance,
We have
if I may
no
use that
idea.
word.
We have no
So
idea.
it's going to be a very tough fight for them. But let's ask something more, putting you on the top spot now. Do you think? I mean, we do see a lot about how Nigeria, has failed us over the years, and so many things that should have been are not. Do you think we're a little too hard on Nigeria sometimes? I mean, we're 54 years, but 54 in a nation's life, yes. Is it really enough time to be the United States, which we like to compare ourselves to?
Well, it's happened before. Look at a place like Qatar, for example. Okay, it's not exactly the same parallel, but Qatar started from zero in the mid-70s or so. It was sand, not a lot there, and all of that. But then they've turned the place into a place that's worth visiting, into a place that can even be given the World Cup. Even though it came with all the baggage that it came with,
Yes.
and which they may still lose at the end of the day. But you have such countries starting from zero and then being able to be reckoned with. So you also have countries in Southeast Asia we started with about the same level, but who have now leapt forward. So I don't think we are too hard on Nigeria. I think we are not hard enough. I think that if the electorate raised their bar for the people who wanted public office, I think that you would see a lot of change in a reasonably short time. An example is Lagos State. Now, you can have a lot of complaints about specific policies of the Fashoda administration, but if you factor in how Lagos was in 1999 and compare it to now, you can see that there is movement in a positive direction. And then you ask yourself why that isn't happening across the country.
Yeah.
So we are not hard enough, namely not by criticizing necessarily, but simply by telling people who want public office that this is the bar you need to reach. And so if we set that bar, then we'll have people who will meet it and then move us forward. It's difficult, but it's not as hard as we make it look. We make a lot of things here look like rocket science. But I think that simple things done properly can help us to leapfrog.
Simple things, of course, but Nigeria is not a very simple place, is it?
No,
I mean, it's probably one of
not.
the most complex countries you will come across in the world, with how diverse, in every sense, religion, and culture, tradition, language. It's a very diverse country. So, I mean, he does make sense, but do you agree? Seeing how complex our situation is?
Well, seeing how complex it is, like where the population is estimated about 174 million, there are 3 major languages, there are about 20 plus more sub-major languages.
And there are like 200 others.
There's just too many. We have, because of the way the society is, there are enough resources within the country, and then there's the human capital, which makes us believe we should be better than what we are. But you said we compare ourselves to the US. Well, we shouldn't. If we compare ourselves to other African countries, right, we might look at some of our neighbors that don't have the resources we have and we'll be like, oh. Then if we now compare ourselves to South Africa, Egypt, and other countries who should be, then we kind of see that, yeah, we have a lot of work to do. But like I said, we have the resources, we have the people, you understand? Because we have individual Nigerians who excel in so many different fields. And so we should set higher standards. And then our value systems also should reinforce those high standards. And that's what we should aim for. We shouldn't settle. We don't have to. We are Nigeria.
I think that's a very good way to wrap this up.
Yeah,
I mean, if we talk about Nigeria and go on, it's always a very passionate topic for a lot of people.
Exactly.
And I'm sure if we had 2 hours, we would actually go through with it. But thank you very much, Joaquin, for being here today. Thanks, Tokwe, for coming. Happy birthday, Nigeria, again. Hopefully when we're 55, we'll have better things to talk about.
Hopefully.
We'll see you guys in a short bit. Please stay with us.